G'day, I'm Ernie Dingo. This year marks the 150th commemoration of the Flying Foam Massacre of the Yaburara and the Mardudhunera people. I'd like to begin by paying my respect to the Yaburara people, the traditional custodians of this land we're yarning about today. And on behalf of them, I'd like to thank you for their welcome to being here. Standing stones you see here today is an honour and memory of all the Yaburara men, women and children who were killed by reprisal raid. In this vicinity of Burrup Peninsula, a group of people lay dead on the ground from gunshot wounds in February 1868. A local police officer had decided to take a young lady for his own. On doing so, her husband naturally was looking for her. But the police had charged him with stealing flour off one of the boats, chained him up and imprisoned him. Now the Yaburara men had decided that this was wrong. He was merely trying to return what was his. So they went to get him out of the prison. In doing so, a fight broke out. The police officer was killed along with his tracker and also a crew member of one of the boats. Then the magistrate from down the road decided that he would get the local whites, to form a militia. The militia were like the sheriffs, given permission to bring in the people. They had an idea of who they needed to find, but they thought, well, they would take the law under their own hands. In doing so, over a 10 weeks period, they decided that it would massacre the Yaburara people. Over 100 men, women, and children were massacred, shot and left where they lied. These reprisal raids continued through to May the same year. It serves to honour all Aboriginal people killed in such circumstances. Circumstances that were way too common as white settlers took over the continent of Australia. This plaque commemorates the massacre that had taken place in 1886. It was around these parts that the incident occurred. And plaques here to remind people of what had happened. There's another plaque a little further down, and we'll show you a little later on. So while you're in this area, you can imagine what had happened all those years ago. The 10 weeks to follow, from the 17th of February 1886, was the loss of the majority of the Yaburara people. So this year is the 150th commemoration of that event. This event is not to blame, name or shame anybody. This event is to acknowledge the history and the people of this area. So when you come to Burrup Peninsula, we would like you to think about the people that were here and the atrocities that they dealt with, and the loss of life of basically the whole of the Yaburara people. The few that escaped from hiding during that time by going further inland have regrouped, and their children's children's children are here to commemorate. Now, the first commemoration of this event took place in 2013. It's an annual event that is still practiced today. So please, when you come out this way, just pause for a moment and acknowledge not only the area, the past and the present that it is. And remember, it is a beautiful country That's why the Yaburara people lived here.